Hello everyone, and my name is Celine Santillan. I'm the Executive Director of the League of Corporate Foundations. Thank you to RMN for inviting me to this, collage in celebration of Women's Day. Actually, I was lucky that I didn't face, or maybe I didn't feel that, no. I joined the nonprofit sector in the early 90s, which was when women were coming to the forefront of nonprofit work and professional nonprofit work. No? So it was a good time to be joining the sector. But I think as well, there were some moments where there were barriers simply because I came from a all-women's college, and that was, I would say, looked down in some cases, unfortunately, by other women as well. No, so that was a little bit of a barrier, and it wasn't even from the male sector. No, how did I navigate that? Well, just by coming to the meeting, coming to the activities prepared, and showing them that I had something to contribute, and always being prepared to give my good positive inputs and making sure that I was aligned with the values that I was taught from the school that they actually thought low of. No? Also, I always believe that what I was taught at home by my parents, especially my father, was that you're equals with anybody. I was taught at a very young age that I could actually speak to people who are older than me, sit at the table and ask questions. Even if I was 5, 6, or 7 years old, I was allowed to be part of the conversation. What do we do in the organization that promotes women in their development of their capacities? Well, I think, like most organizations, we're an equal opportunity organization. And I don't just mean, when we talk about equal opportunities, men and women having equal opportunities. At LCF, we're predominantly all women. There's only one male staff. Of course, our membership is open to women and men. The organizations may be represented. But at the same time, I think when we talk about equal opportunity, we're not just talking about females and males, but all genders and all sectors are welcome at LCF. But in terms of really talking about policy and talking about guidelines, I think when we talk about equal opportunity, it's not just about the gender, but also opportunities are equal to among the women that are there already in the organization. I think when women are in positions of leadership, there's a little bit of a difference between male and female leaders. Well, of course, by nature we are different. So we bring in a different perspective. We bring in the affect of the effectivity of an organization, and at the same time, I think in some cases we can bring in a little bit of a feeling, a little bit of a family feeling into organizations, which help in building relationships. I think in the last 3 years, we've seen that relationships are very important. It helps motivate individuals and groups to do better. And so I think that's what we bring in. I definitely agree that there are men who bring it in as well. But I think in some cases, or in most cases, women bring in an extra flavor, especially with their motherly love, whether we are single or otherwise. And my message to women on this special month of March is really a challenge, no? I guess more than a celebratory note. It is a month to celebrate women, but also it's a challenge that I give to us to be kind to each other on a daily basis. Why do I say this? Because sometimes it is other women who actually put down other women. Unknowingly, sometimes talk about, gossip, and put down other women amongst our friends, and we compare ourselves. No? And I think that in its small form brings down the rest of the sector. We need to put up and prop up each other without putting down other people, other women. And so the challenge is for us to be more sensitive, more conscious and mindful that we do want to exchange positivities and support one another. So happy Women's Day, and thank you so much to RMN for this wonderful endeavor. All the best to RMN and to all the women in the world.